Hi everyone, so it's official, Samsung have announced the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge, a dual curved display. Now the full details are still coming in, but here's what we know so far. Both are sporting an aluminium chassis suspended between two layers of Gorilla Glass 4. This is a 5.1 inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display. Now, for this particular device, Samsung have decided to move away from the Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 processor that was originally rumoured, and they're going with their own chip. This has been covered a lot in the press, but essentially thermal issues have meant that Samsung doesn't want to go with that Qualcomm chip. Instead, it's going with a quad-core 1.5 GHz chip paired with a 2.1 GHz chip in a big little configuration. Now what this basically means is the device will intelligently switch between low-powered cores or high-powered cores depending on what you're doing. So if you're just browsing the web, use the lower powered cores, extend the battery life. Gaming, kick in the high performance cores, or a little bit of both. They're also punting this with Category 6 LTE, setting it up for the next generation of 4G wireless systems. One of the interesting things is we are also getting 3 GB of RAM on this device, but it's actually paired up so that both cores get access to 3 GB of RAM. Be interesting to see how that works out on a performance basis. Now both the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge are certainly attractive looking devices, although does anyone else get this weird kind of mental image that it looks a little bit like the original iPhone 3G? It's strange, it's almost uncanny, but from certain angles, weird. The final word on the camera specs is it's a 16 megapixel optical image stabilization lens with an f1.8. Now that is going to be a pretty good shooter and certainly should improve low light performance quite a bit. Both devices will be available in a 32, 64 and 128 gig option. There is no micro SD card here though. That's a bit of a boo hiss, I think, although at least we are seeing Samsung really cranking up the top end there with a 128 gig model. God knows how much that is going to cost. Anyone want to bet over £1,000? I would. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you really like what Samsung are bringing here, or do you think it's a little bit ho-hum? Personally, I think compared to what HTC have offered up, Samsung has got a bit of a winner here. It is a beautiful looking device and the spec is very tasty.